ready. I'm war ready. We 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 war ready. Strapped up and I'm ready. Strapped up and I'm ready. If this a problem on a 50 where you can catch me, my squad always with me, my squad always with me. You lags, you can't hit me, I swear we too shifty. Lift the weight so we war ready, on the field so we game ready. In the gym we battle ready, come kick off, you know we ready.
Hey, how you doing? This is David Patterson, the head coach of the New York Patriots. Welcome to a fifth season of Battle Ready. The purpose of this is we started out 5 years ago with single practice in the middle of the freezing cold weather in Harlem, New York City. We have grown exponentially, and now we just got finished the first mini camp of year 5 in our 2020 season with 6 practices, indoor practices, 35 guys at least in every single practice, and altogether 72 guys have reported to practice and into mini camp, with 14 veterans that have committed to coming back for the 2020 season who have yet to report. So overall, it's looking pretty good, and it needs to look pretty good because we do have, again, a pretty formidable schedule in front of us. So the ECFL just had their meeting. We are going to have some crossover games with North and South Division teams. We put out some offers to some teams out there to fill in some dates or what have you, and we are waiting in word for what they're going to do or what have you. The independent division schedule will usually shake out around February the 22nd to the 25th, where we'll find out who the independent teams are and fill the schedule in for those games and then kind of take it from there. But our main objective right now is solidifying the nucleus that we have and growing that nucleus to in or around 55 players that we know that we can count on week in and week out from the time that we open training camp on March 9th to the time that hopefully we raise that trophy at the end of the year. A couple of new initiatives this year. Practices in the indoors. We're at IS 151 Lou Gehrig Academy, where we've been practicing on Mondays and Wednesdays from 7 to 9 p.m. The pace of practice has been absolutely awesome. Rookies, this is one of our larger rookie classes that we've had. It's early, way too early to see whether it will be our largest rookie class. But again, coming off as a very successful season and putting a lot of resources in during the off season, along with our new partnership with the Uptown Connection with the New York Gators, things are looking good in terms of just the quantity of players that are in camp. And with that comes a new competition in practice. The vibe, absolutely positive. The competition level is getting up there too. We can see that even in last practice when we had a little friendly basketball game to do some conditioning at the end. It got pretty testy at the end as guys' competitive juices are flowing, which is absolutely awesome. So what do we have looking ahead? Guys are going to be doing player-led workouts during the course of the midwinter recesses, they call it in New York City public schools. So we're taking a week off from organized team activities. We come back directly after the break next Monday. And from then we have a series of a few more indoor sessions, and then we head on outdoors on March the 9th, and then we kind of take it from there. So helmets and shoulder pads, we're going to try to get them on with pretty good regularity within 3 weeks from there. So overall, everything is looking good. And again, this year we, and amongst the other initiatives that we have, we're just trying to document as many things as possible and to document our story. And with that becomes the paces that we set from camp all the way through to the ending. So a couple of leaders that have been really paving the way that you definitely see on footage and film, as you'll see coming up. Travis Wingate, pretty much at every single practice, leading the pace, moving things, and really being an example for his teammates to follow. Manny Ortiz, guy who is very unique individual when it comes to just his personality, but has been consistent at camp, really standing out to be a leader and really working on himself to be the player that we need him to be for the 2020 campaign. So, of course, you got a bunch of guys that came back that like Ed Ed Lowry, who year one player. He took a step back last year, tried to multitask a little bit, but this year has a different focus and brought little brother with him. So we now have 3 different brother combinations on the roster, and it is a true family affair, so to speak. So that's absolutely great as well. Some of the other things that will be debuting pretty soon, you'll see some new graphics work that we're doing again, just to update and upgrade some of the things that we do. Our new uniforms are coming in pretty soon. You'll see us in our blue conference championship jerseys and pants for the first 2 or 3 weeks. You'll see that debut, depending on how the schedule shakes out. So there's a bunch of different scenarios that we're looking to come into play. The next time we bring you an episode of Battle Ready, it will be right before that March 9th date. So we'll get you the rest of those practices, that the OTAs or what have you, and then officially break for the start of training camp on March the 9th. So in upcoming days, in our next edition, we'll introduce you to some of our new players that you can see on pioneer-league.com. You can see on their weekly highlights on PFL Sports Center some of the highlights and some of the things that we're doing as well, and get you a little bit more in-depth coverage of what we're doing, and kind of take it from there. So for our first episode for year 5, celebrating 5 years of New York Patriot football, this is David Patterson.